Thanks for being with us here on Live Now from Fox. I'm your host, Christina Evans. Let's continue on with our coverage here that we have as we're continuing to watch the aftermath of all of these attacks happening there in the Middle East. So we do know that it was early on Friday morning in the overnight hours that Israel first launched targeted attacks on Iran. In the aftermath, though, Iran has since retaliated, striking several cities there in Israel. So we're taking a live look there, especially there in Tel Aviv, as emergency services are currently undergoing some of those rescue operations there in the city in response to some of these attacks that happened as well. So let's now check in with Fox's Trey Yingst. He was there on the ground in the country giving us the very latest. Let's check in.
Impact sites in Tel Aviv. We have seen a number of people coming out of this residential area, some receiving medical attention. There's just some debris on the ground from the windows that shattered when this blast took place. This is one of many impact locations all across Israel. And it's an indication that while Israel's missile defense system was able to shoot down a lot of the incoming fire, much of it slipped past the Arrow system and the David Sling and the American defense systems that were being used, slamming into major population centers. The Israeli Security Cabinet is convening tonight to determine what the response will be. But again, all of this happening just hours after the Israelis launched a coordinated strike against Iranian nuclear facilities and also targeted the top scientists in Iran and top IRGC officials. Follow me on Instagram for more. Tune in live on Fox. We will keep you updated as this story develops.
All right, we certainly appreciate Trey Yingst. He was able to put that out on his X account as he's on the ground there in the region, continuing to cover this from a perspective that we'll continue to check in with as well. Again, want to show you some of these live looks that we have as well as those rescue operations are ongoing. So what we're going to do now, as well as we showed you before we went to that 2-minute commercial break, we heard some of the after comments there from the Iranian representative at the UN Security Council. Let's listen into what he had to say.
Come at a time of our choosing. The Security Council must act now and stop the aggressor from the further aggression. It must condemn this act of aggression. It must uphold this charter obligation. It must defend the rule of law. Let me conclude with this. Israel attacked Iran. Israel violated international law. Israel must be held accountable. Silence is not impartiality. Silence is complicity. I thank you. Thank you.
Are you going to continue negotiations with the United States? Are you going to continue nuclear negotiations? Yeah.
All right, so we did want to just bring this to you here on Live Now from Fox. It was just a few of those moments that happened, but you heard those reporters who were there at the UN Security Council shouting more questions at him as he walked away. So we still have a live vantage point as well after this UN Security Council meeting did come to a close. It was an emergency meeting in the aftermath of those attacks there in the Middle East. So we'll keep our eyes here on this shot. If any other members step up to the mic to make any remarks, we'll certainly bring them to you here on Live Now from Fox. In the meantime as well, we heard from some of those folks who were on the ground there in Israel as well after the attacks, making some remarks. Let's go ahead and listen into that.
In the County of the Homefront Command, we're here in a demolition site in the middle of Ramat Gan, a civilian area that was attacked by the Iranian regime and destroyed a lot of buildings and hurt innocent civilians who were sitting in the houses, eating their Shabbat meals, and suddenly a missile hit their house, and some of them were injured, some of them are trapped, and we are here to rescue them and take them out and help them to get to a safer place for a better than here.
What can you say about the hit? Is it a big missile? It's one of the hardest we've seen in recent years.
It's one of the serious hits we've seen recently. Probably, as you know, in the last 2 years, we have many incidents of missile and rockets from all kinds of different areas, from the Hezbollah in Lebanon, from Gaza, and from now from Iran. And we are here to help them to search and rescue all the trapped people inside, all the innocent civilians, and take them to a safer shelter, to rescue places, to hotels, everywhere we can take them. And of course, treat all the injured and help all the helpless people. There is many old people who live here and many young children, innocent, not involved in the military conflict, and all of them were hurt by the Iranian regime.
How many people are trapped? You said people were trapped. How many?
Approximately 15 people are trapped.
They're still trapped right now?
We are rescuing them as we speak.
Why are they trapped? They're
trapped because the missile hit their house, the building that they live in. And the doors get twisted, and it's difficult. A lot of them are very old to open the doors and get out from their houses.
Can you confirm there's still trapped people at the moment?
I can confirm that as we speak, we search and rescue all the trapped people inside the buildings.
Can you tell us the number of people that are trapped at the moment?
According to the Israeli media, it's approximately between 14 to 15 people.
Can you say your name just again?
My name is Yossi Greiver.